6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes, let's talk about people today. Let's talk about human beings. Sometimes, just to talk about it is so, you feel so embarrassed to talk about it sometimes. When we start talking about our brothers and our sisters and how we treat one another. Sometimes you feel so, like I said, embarrassed to talk about it. This our brothers and sisters and the way we treat one another. It's like we didn't come from the same tree. When I think about brothers just envying sisters and sisters just have an envy for brother. No matter what you do, they tends to want to push you aside when they don't like you, or when they find or they find you just growing and growing and growing, and you are going where you want to go. They just want to keep you in a certain frame, in a certain box, that you should not be above them. Even though they are doing nothing to grow, they are doing nothing to establish their life, but yet they will want to pull you down, see you in the bottom. A lot of people have that attitude to one another, brothers and sisters. Like I said, it's a shame to speak about it in this time, rather than lifting one another up. And we know in this world, let's not fool ourselves. It's easy to find wrong. It's easy to see mistakes. It's easy to get someone to see their faults. And I always say to people, I don't want to see your fault, because I can look at my fault and just find faults upon faults upon faults, and I can look at you and find fault upon fault and fault. Rather looking at the positive in nature, in positive in that man, positive in that woman. We don't look at it that way. Why? For a lot of reasons we don't look at life that way, because sometimes the environment that we come from is so negative, whether it's in the streets, whether it's inside your house. Right? So, but that thing that we got for one another, because we talk about progress, we talk about want to be number one in the world. Where are we going with those attitudes? Just brothers against brothers and sisters against sisters. I see you and I don't like you. I don't need a reason not to like you. You don't need a reason not to like me. I just see you and I just don't like you. I don't care if you're a doctor, if you're a teacher, professor. I just don't like you. That is a lot of people's attitude, rather taking the time and know you. And we see it amongst our family. We don't have to go outside to see these things. We see these things in our own family. Whether you have a big family, we see brothers against sisters and sisters against brothers. What type of spirit, what type of energy is this? Where I see you and I just don't like you. Or I feel that, you are smaller than me. Or you should be smaller than me. We get those attitudes. We get those type of philosophy in our mind it always go back to feeling superior. But we see it in the family, we see it in our neighbors, we see it in our communities. When a brother trying to grow, you just pulling that brother down. When a sister try to grow, get her education, get whatever she needs to make her life better, we will pull her down. We keep pulling our people down. This is something we gotta stop among our people. And we look for faults in everything. What I say to you, if you know someone like that, I always say, keep away from people like that. Because if they do it to another, they will do it to you. And this is so real that sometimes the message is so simple that we don't see the reality in tugging against one another, pulling one another down. And we do it all the time. And then we say, we want to make progress. It will never happen. Saying bye, right? Let's keep our faith. Let's begin to change that concept where I see you and I don't like you, that type of plantation thing. Slave master, what the slave master has given our people from generation and generation, and we see it. Let's move away from the plantation. Okay? Saying bye now.